welcome back to our channel. If you are new, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe to our channel. And if you are a returning warrior, hello, welcome back. And thank you so much for supporting Guiding Path Enrichment Center. Okay, so with this particular title, I'm so excited to basically share some information. I'm talking to my, had a conversation with my fellow educators on this topic, and I said, you know what, let me make a video so that way I can share with other fellow educators and homeschool parents on the different rewards that I particularly have come across that have worked and some that have not, but I just thought this would be a great video. Especially during this time. Happy holidays. If you are tuning in during the holiday season, happy holidays. I know as an educator, a lot of times I look during the winter break. I know we're supposed to break and relax, but during the winter break, I usually focus and kind of reflect on how the school year is going so far, things that I want to change, things that I want to implement for the second half of the school year, things that I want to do, and maybe change up a few things, modify a few things before we go back into the new year. I do tell my students, in the past, I tell my students that the second half, I already treat them like the next grade level. So I used to teach first grade, so I always tell them that second half, I'm gonna treat you like second graders. And I did that with my third graders too. Like, y'all are already fourth grade, I'm going to start treating you like that. So with that, I have to bump up their rewards and change different reward systems. And these particular rewards helped for me. And again, I will share some other reward ideas that I utilize for homeschool as well. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first one is to have a point system, okay? Or some type of classroom management system. The first system or the classroom management system that I use, disclaimer, not getting paid for this. This is not a promotional ad or anything like that. But I found it really, really helpful for my first grade kiddos and also my third grade kiddos. I didn't use it when I was a STEM teacher because I had so many kids and so many classes. It was going to be a headache to really focus on that. So I did use the point system or the classroom management system of Class Dojo. There are other systems that are out there that you can use. I'm just most familiar with Class Dojo. With that, I was able to communicate with parents, messages. I was able to, our whole entire school used Class Dojo, so we were able to send different events and all of that and connect with other teachers on there. And we were also able to use the points system that was on there. Oh, and it also has a cool feature of portfolios. So with the points, it was really, really easy to use. I was able to customize a lot of the different skills or behaviors that I wanted to focus on and to give positive light to and also negative light to. Some of the positive points that I would give, especially for my first grade in class kiddos, were things like lining up on time. My mind went blank for a second, but lining up on time, you didn't have really stragglers or anything like that. If they got a compliment from another teacher, especially in the hallway, lining up, being quiet. If they were able to focus and stay focused for a certain amount of time, they got points for that. Remaining focused, because our first graders, if things happen, they're all over the place. I gave points for if they were able to turn in their homework, if they were, and this is a big one, if they were friendly to each other, if they gave each other compliments, they weren't being negative or fighting or anything like that. They were being a helpful friend. If they were able to do their classroom job correctly and I didn't have to correct them or anyone had to correct them to do their classroom job, they got points for that. Things that were taken away or points that were deducted was either fighting or arguing, I said fighting. Okay, Southern. Fighting or arguing. They also got points taken away if they were off task, if they were not doing what they were supposed to do, if they were talking without permission, things of that nature. With my third graders, I taught third grade virtually, so I still use Class Dojo. That was my big communication piece with the parents as well as the students. And for them to get points, they got points for turning in their homework. They had points for having their camera on, if they remain muted when they're supposed to and not blurting out or being unmuted or anything like that. If they remain on task, if they participated during class, they received points. Things that they got taken away is being off task. If they did not turn in their homework within that whole entire week, they got points taken off, unless there was, of course, an excuse, or if a parent messaged saying that they weren't feeling well or something like that, the computer was going haywire or crazy, then I would not take off those points. But I wanted to focus on behaviors that was conducive and was really what I wanted for my classroom and family, for my students, period. Having a point system is really, really key. You can also do this with homeschool as well. For my son, I used to do things with chips. I wish I had the chips here, but he got a certain amount of chips and he'll put in a bucket, and then he got rewards for that. So chips could have been even with chores, but it would be chores, homework. If he got a certain amount correct on an assignment, he got a chip, things like that. And we had a bucket where he had all his chips in there, and he was able to cash out for certain rewards. So that helped with my household, is having chips. Okay, so next, after you have the reward system, you know how you're going to put your points, you know you're going to do these particular skills, these particular behaviors for points. The next thing, you want to have a reward chart or some type of reward system. So the first one is mostly for points, behavior points, getting those points up so they can get to the next thing, which is the rewards, which is the most fun part. Okay, so I'm going to show you two different reward charts that I used for my in-class first graders and also my virtual third graders. And then of course I'm going to talk to you guys about homeschool rewards that I thought that were really, really good ideas. Okay, so the first one is this particular reward chart. This is first grade, and with this reward I did a store. So I did a Class Dojo store, and with the store, each Friday we had a thing called Fun Friday. And Fun Friday was basically, I cut out 30 to 45 minutes on Fridays, because Fridays are usually like a relaxed day, review day, or an assessment day for our kids. So with Fun Friday, I had different game stations. It was so cool. Different game stations. And it could be games like Monopoly, Uno, one station, Jenga, another station. It was a whole bunch of different board games that they were able to play with. And sometimes I would have coloring station where they're able to draw and color for my artistic babies. And I also had like a dance station where kids can actually be at the front of the classroom, and I'll put on music like Kids Bop or something like that, and they can just dance and have some fun. During their Fun Friday time, they would be able to shop at the Class Dojo shop. So a lot of times, like, I would just break in between their Fun Friday time and just randomly call their names to shop. So if they had a certain amount of points, they were able to shop for at least one of those things. Once they did shop, of course, in first grade, they learned about economics, so they were able to save or spend. So they did not have to spend every Friday their points. They were able to save it to get to a bigger thing, okay? And then if they wanted to spend it all in one day, I was kind of relaxed so they could. But sometimes I'm like, no, that's just too much, depending on what was going on and what they wanted to spend it on. But if they wanted to spend all of their things, some kiddos really did not have restraint on that, so they'll spend every time, every Friday. But some of them, a lot of them learned how to save, and it was really, really good. So that was the Class Dojo. Now, with my older crew, my third graders, again, they're virtual, so I had to be very creative on things that they were not able to do in the classroom because they were at home. So this particular chart was my second half chart. Second half of school chart, sorry. My first chart was a little bit different only because the points were actually smaller. So my virtual third grade babies, a lot of them were gamers. They loved video games like Fortnite and Roblox and Minecraft and all those different things. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to utilize that into my reward system. So I'm going to do levels. So I did not have to take any points away each week or anything like that, unless of course behavior-wise, but I didn't have to do that. All I had to do was actually have them reach levels. So how many points they got, they were able to use it. And we did it every day. Every day they were able to look and see which level they were on to use it, to use that level or whatever they got. Okay, so the most favorites were the field trip. They love the virtual field trip, and they also love lunch with teacher. And lunch with teacher was a little bit different because I was able to send them either DoorDash or Uber Eats to their house, and they were still able to pick a person to come in. I think they picked like 2 people to have lunch together. Now, I didn't get it for everybody for as DoorDash or Uber Eats or anything like that, but I did get that particular person, you know, a lunch and have it delivered to their house. And then I was also able to join them for lunch. So they love that. Unfortunately, towards the end, they weren't able to really reach the highest level, which was the gift card. And I wanted to make it difficult to receive because I wanted them to get those points. And then also these were levels that I was able to afford. So I know some people are like, I can't do this, this is too much. That is too much out of my bank. I don't make enough as is. I understand, but for me, this was easier for me. I probably would have had maybe three kiddos, if that, reached that particular level like during a 2-week span. So I probably spent about $40 within that 2 weeks for their rewards, depending. The week or the school year, the first chart was a little bit more expensive because it was a lot easier for them to get to that particular level. And I was breaking the bank during that time. So I changed it. I had to do a winter break reflection for it. And it still turned out really, really well. So those are my reward charts that I actually used for Class Dojo and for behaviors. Okay, so if you use different rewards or have utilized other reward choices in your classroom, be sure to put it in the comment section below. I would love to see and share with others your different rewards that you used in your classroom. Okay, so this particular one is more focused on if you want to use it for a certain student, or if you have small groups, or if you, again, are homeschool co-op, okay? So this one is more set up for the last event I went to, I am a tutor, so I do tutor, and I went to a vendor or a vending kids event. So it's still set up for that event. But I've gotten a large spinner like this. And as you can see, it's really huge. This is really big. And I will put the link in the description below of where I got it from. And also it comes in a set of 4. Give me 1 second and I'll show you. Okay, so it comes in a set of 4. And there are different ones that you can use, and you can use them like different times. So this one of course has the colors, and I put little labels, and they're easy to peel off. But I put little labels of the rewards once the child spins it. Of course, this is easier when it's like on a wall or on a table, but they're able to actually spin to get that reward. Okay, and it does work, you guys. I just had it. Yeah, there you go. Okay, and this one, you can do it for different things. This one's really cute for alphabet recognition, recognizing lowercase and uppercase letters. You can do that. I can think of so many things, like actually putting like a label or a sticker over it and telling me what's the first sound that they hear. This one has the shapes and the names. Again, you can do this with even having small groups. I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking of so many different things to use it with. That's why I got it, because I love it so much. And this one is numbers, okay? So again, you can make this with small groups. You can do this with so many different things, and I love it. Love them so much. So these are 4, and of course it does come with the spinners attached to it. This one's already set up. My spinners are actually in another place, but it did come with 4 spinners and also 4 large spinning boards. Okay, so for this one, again, I just put labels on here for the event. I had a treat box, I had candy. They were able to spin for a free tutoring session with me. They were also able to receive a bookmark, which was, they had to color chips or a snack, and then they also had try again. So you can use this for different rewards. The rewards can be, I thought it was really good. If you received a reward, you can spend to go on a field trip. Again, this is for my homeschool co-op groups. So having an outing, go to the park, maybe having their lesson at the park for as like a field trip. And I'm sorry if I'm looking down, I have like a whole list of rewards. Drawing time, they're able to get that. Maybe visit or volunteer at the local animal shelter would be a good reward to use. Again, choosing dinner. I did that for my son when he had chips. He was able to like choose dinner, choose Dairy Queen. He was able to choose like a lot of different things, but he had to cash in his chips to get that particular reward. Maybe like do like a special sign or decoration for their bedroom door. If, again, this is homeschool, so if they're able to do that, or maybe do like a special craft, maybe build a birdhouse or something that does not have to deal with any type of academics for that particular time. So having those rewards may be really, really good to use to address behaviors or reward hard work, okay? Rewarding hard work if they're doing what they're supposed to do during our homeschool time, during our sessions, our work time, then let's get a reward. Take out the spinner, let them spin and see what they get. Homeschool and also in class, having a genius hour or an expert hour or expertise moment where they're able to really hone in on their expertise. So let's just say you have a student or your child is really interested in Fortnite, or well, I'm gonna just stick with Fortnite. If they're really interested in Fortnite, they are able to present or make a presentation for the kids, or yourself if you are the parent, in this sense of the homeschool educator. They're able to present 30 minutes or 45 minutes, depending on how much time you want them to have, to tell you about Fortnite. They can tell you about the skins, the V-Bucks, all the different levels, what you can do, how Fortnite actually works, how you communicate with other players, all of that. They can tell you all about Fortnite within those 30 minutes. It gives them a lot of confidence. It gives them communication skills. It boosts up, again, their confidence. It tells you or teaches you something about them that they're able to really share, and it just makes them feel good. That could be a reward as well. All right, so I hope this helps you guys with the rewards and how to give them out, how to utilize a behavior system in your classroom or in your homeschool group. Please be sure that rewards should be prompt. They have to be prompt. I learned this the hard way, and it does put a lot of stress on us educators and parents if your reward is not right on time. So making sure it's prompt. And the best reward, and I'm just going to say this overall, all the different things that you can give, non-treats, non-toys, non-candy, the best reward is verbal praise. If you have any reward ideas, please put them in the comment section below, so we can share and have our own little group. And y'all, until next time, be sure to look out for the video on behaviors of how to change them and how to make them better in your classroom. That will be coming out soon. You guys have a good, happy holidays, and I will see y'all soon. Bye, y'all.